What's going on YouTube? Masex back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about none other than Shadeur Sanders. Is he staying in school at Colorado? Is he leaving early to declare for the 2024 NFL Draft? Let's talk about it. But before we do, don't forget, if you could, hit the like button. It really helps the channel. If you're new, go ahead and subscribe. If you're a football fan, it only makes sense. What are you waiting on? Click the subscribe button. Join the family. I'm going to get into this story, so we're just going to hop straight into it. Let's get back to Shadeur. And without further ado, let's get to it. Let's go into the full picture. Shadeur Sanders was a four-star recruit. He attended Trinity Christian High School, coached by none other than his father, Deion Sanders. Shadeur Sanders was a four-star recruit. He decided to look over 20-plus power or group of 5 FBS schools and follow his father, Deion Sanders, who recently accepted a head coaching position with Jackson State. I remember at the time, many people questioned this decision as Jackson State is not part of the FBS. JSU is an FCS school and an HBCU. The reason why this was a big deal at the time especially is because conferences like the SWAC and the FCS altogether are not able to pump out NFL talent like PWIs or primarily white institutions. Very rarely are they able to even land 3-star recruits, let alone a 4-star, which Shadeur Sanders was. I remember back at that time, I did respect that decision because it not only showed his loyalty to his father, but it showed the absolute trust. Now, while at Jackson State, Sanders dominated immediately. As far as talent goes, he was in a class by himself. In his 2 seasons at JSU, Sanders threw for 70 touchdowns to only 8 interceptions for almost 7,000 yards. He led them to a 23-3 record with the conference championship in both seasons. Then came December 2022, the decision that honestly shook up college football even to this day. His father, Coach Deion Sanders, took the head coach position at Colorado. The writing was on the wall for not only Shadeur, but his older brother Shiloh and former 5-star and #1 overall recruit Travis Hunter would follow. Now we're going to fast forward to September of this year in 2023. We're going to look at Colorado. They started off the season shocking the world. The win over 2023 champion runner-ups and at the time number 17 ranked TCU with a 45-42 victory and a thriller. Everybody was talking about Colorado. News outlets, sports TV networks, all social media platforms, nobody would stop talking about Colorado. Then the dominant victory over Nebraska, 36-14, and then Colorado State. If you watched that game, it had Super Bowl vibes. The ratings were crazy, celebrities on the sideline, and what came with that was a victory. A close victory, but a victory nonetheless against Colorado State. But what comes with all the love comes with a lot of hate. Anybody associated with the Buffaloes were instantly polarizing figures. Then unfortunately, as the season progressed, the Pac-12 conference schedule started. Their weaknesses became greater exposed, their strengths were mitigated at the very least. And at the time of this recording, Colorado's 4-5. They're in the middle of a 3-game losing streak, and they're only 1-5 in the conference. Now keep in mind, Colorado only won 1 out of 12 games last year. So this statistically and objectively speaking is a great season. But what comes with a lot of hype and theatrics, many self-inflicted theatrics, comes with great expectation. And those preying on your downfall, which we've seen plenty of that. Now, despite the struggles as a team collectively, Shadeur's individual performance has warranted plenty of discussion about him being a first-round pick if he decides to declare early as a true junior. Right now, Shadeur has thrown for 24 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions, despite objectively speaking having one of the worst offensive lines in the entire nation. It also doesn't help that he gets very minimal assistance in the running game. Recently, it's been speculated that Shadeur will not forego his senior year, but he will stay another year. Deion Sanders recently was on the Dan Patrick Show and said, quote, "They're going to come out at the same time. next year. They're not trying to leave daddy this year, by the way, end quote. So I take it when Coach Prime says they, he's referring to his two sons, Shadeur and Shiloh, and also college phenom Travis Hunter, who will be eligible for the draft next year. Now that line alone that he said on the Dan Patrick Show is what honestly has now started the new buzz about Shadeur, his future, whether he's going to stay in college or he's going to go in the NFL. So according to Deion Sanders, Shadeur is going to stay for his senior year and not enter his name in the 2024 NFL draft, regardless of a lot of mocking him in the first round. Now, every move that college athletes make, especially in today's era, will be reviewed by the masses with a big-ass magnifying glass. Collegiate athletes, especially collegiate superstars, are basically pros in college. And with the NIL, that only proves the point. These guys, some of them are making millions in NIL evaluations. Deion Sanders has even alluded and acknowledged that Shadeur Sanders is a professional in college. Now, I thought that this was very interesting. I have mixed opinions with this season going the way it is. Should Shadeur run it back for a senior year, or should he leave and go enter into the 2024 NFL draft while his individual stock is at its highest? Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. If you watched this video to this point, that really means a lot. And if you haven't already, help me out by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, joining the family. We're on the road to 1K. Can't do that without you guys. But I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go. I'll see y'all in the next video.